Well, good evening and welcome to this edition of Sell Your Own Product on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle, with the emphasis on lifestyle, because that's what we're all about. We think that you should have a business, first of all, that you can sell, because most of the Amazon businesses aren't sellable. They're jobs, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. If you want to create a job, but why would, if you're going to spend that much energy and that much thing, don't you go in and build yourself a business that you can sell, or you could pass on to your kids, or whatever you want to do for it. Tell you what, I learned the long hard way. I spent a long time doing uh, building the job, and for a matter of fact 20 some years, and it cost me a lot of money in the end, because when I went to sell my business, it was one of the biggest businesses on the Treasure Coast of Florida, but the thing of it was, it wasn't sellable because I built it into a job, and nobody wants a job. So that's just the thing, and we're talking about, and that's one of the reasons that when I built this course, when we did this course, we went with the lifestyle thing, because I really believe that if you're going to build a business, why not build a business, that one that you can enjoy, two that you're not tied to. The way we teach this business, you can do this business any place you want, whether it's on the sands of Florida, right down here, or if you want to be in a cabin in Alaska. I don't care where it is. You can build this business. We've got so many people in the course that are overseas, Jordan, not Iran, I'm sorry, Jordan and Israel and places like that, that are building this business, and they're sourcing products. They're sourcing products from places like China, India, Vietnam, places like that, and shipping them right directly to Amazon, FBA, and are making a good living, are doing a good job. And that's what this is all about, folks. That's what this is all about. So like usual, explain what we usually do is I usually always make a PowerPoint, and tonight's no exception. I have a PowerPoint, and we're going to go over there in a minute. But up here in your right hand corner of your screen, you're going to find a 9-dot box. It's a famous Google box, or whatever you want to call it. It's a 9-dot box, and when you click on that, it's going to open up, and it's going to have one of those places in there for you to ask questions. We've got the question and app is open. Now, I'm not going to be able to see it until after the PowerPoint is over with, but you can go ahead and ask questions, and when we get done with the PowerPoint, we will put the questions up there, and we'll be glad to answer. But we'll answer afterwards if you want to hold on to them. It's whatever you want, but make yourself available. It's that 9-dot box up there in the right-hand corner. One more time, that's up there, and it's there. So just click on one of the options. I think it's the third one on the right, is to ask questions. So when you ask the question, click on it. You can ask a question, put it up there, and it'll be there and be on there. So without further ado, what we're talking tonight about is the Amazon private label success route. Now, we've talked about this sometime, usually about every 2-3 months. I do something on this order or something like that, because I really believe it's really important. If you want to be successful as a private label seller, whether you're in my course, or whether you're in Andy Slamon's course, or Brett Bartlett's, or there's a lot of other courses out there. There's a lot of good courses out there, and there's a lot of bad ones. You have to do your due diligence, because I'm not going to stand here and judge any other tell you who's bad or anything like that. That you have to do your good due diligence, because I'm just not about to, unless I know somebody's just really trying to rip you off, I will tell you about it. But without that, I'm not. And I'm going to say, but what we're talking about tonight is that path to success, that way you have to follow, the way you have to go. So without further ado, I'm just going to go over here, because I've got it all over here on the PowerPoint, and we're going to get to it. And where we are, right here. Okay, it'll be up in just a second here. There you go, Amazon private label success route. Let's turn over a new leaf, right, to success. Why do we want to keep doing the same old thing that leads to failure? Doing a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit all around, it leads to nothing but failure, because you're not following a route. You're following a mishmash path that there's no plan to it, no right way to go or wrong way to go. It's just do what your own thing, and your chances are about 99% failure with doing something like that. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it is. And you can, I'm not saying you couldn't, but you could go on, do it by yourself and by trial and error, and it might take you 2 years or so. It usually does something like that, because you have to learn each part and go along and all that. So what we're trying to teach you is a success path, a success route that you can jump on now, and within 90 days, less than that, I guarantee if you jump on now, within, still got time to get stuff in there for Q4, which, like I say, as far as I'm concerned, Q4 ends or starts the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. To me, that's when Q4 starts. So it depends, and I believe that's the 20. I don't know. You have to look it up. Wait a minute, I've got it right here. I'll tell you in a second. October, November. It is November it's the 27th. That's what I thought it was. Okay, November 27th starts Q4 as far as I'm concerned this year. I know Q4 actually starts in October, but from the 1st of October to the 26th of November, there's not much action. But believe me, after the 27th or the 27th on, it makes up for it. So Amazon, and we're talking about Amazon private label success route. Let's turn over a new leaf. So let's get going here. And what is a success route? Now, that's what we're talking about. What is a success route? It's a success route is a way from point A to point B, traveled successfully. Is there more than one way? Yeah, you better believe there is. And that's what we're talking about. There's a lot of good people out there teaching, and so that's the reason I put that in there. It's traveled successfully, and a lot of them will get you where you want to go. It depends on what you want to do. We're all different. We all teach from a different area, and that you've got to do your due diligence and find out what's for you, because I can't tell you that, only you can. So what is a success route? It avoids the pitfalls most travelers fall into. Most people, like I say, when they try to do Amazon private label, they say a little bit here, they hear a little bit there, and they put all these together and try to put something together that's going to work. And believe me, folks, it ain't going to work. I'll tell you that right now. You can't mess this stuff up, because a different course or a different path, a success route, is built to be followed by that. So what is a success route? Usually looked on unfavorably by most travelers. And the reason why is because you have to keep your eye on it. You have to do exactly what it says. You have to go by what it says if you want to be successful. And most people don't like to do that. Most people want to be like, was it Tiny Tim or whatever, tips throwing through the tulips. They want to go and do their own thing, and then 6 months, a year later, when you haven't accomplished anything, you probably have a couple products sitting there at Amazon that aren't selling, and you might have got them there and you can't figure out why. What am I doing wrong? Well, you didn't follow the program. So what is the success route? It's the less traveled way. Most people don't want to go it. Only the diligent are going to go this way. It's because you have to follow the route. You have to keep your eye on the way. You have to keep your eye on the path and not deviate. So what is the success route? It's not the easy way, short term, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's the way we built this course, all the work, and I've told you this time and time again, when you get a product ready, all the work is done getting that product ready to market. It takes about maybe 30 days at the most to get that product and get it ready. And once you do that, then that's pretty much it, because you set it up into Amazon, how to tell Amazon at what point you want them to remind you to order more product. Once you do that, it's nothing. They sent you a little email and say, hey, Terry, wake up. I know you've been sleeping. It's time to reorder your product. So I reordered the product, and then I have to pay the vendor. He sends the product right to Amazon. Sure don't want the product in my house. I don't want to be messing with bagging and labeling and all that. And it gives to Amazon. Amazon sends it. Amazon takes care of everything, and they send me or they draft money to my account every 2 weeks. To me, that's private label selling lifestyle, folks. And like I say, it's not the easiest way short term. No, it's not. You put all your diligence that way. But believe me, once you get it set up, you don't have much to do. You can do it, like I say, in the beach. You can do it down here where I am. I'm in southern Florida. And by the way, right now, you don't want to be in southern Florida, because we've had, there's a front or something going by out there. I forgot exactly what it is, but it's darn right miserable here. It's been raining steady for 2 days now. We've got flood warnings in the in this area. And so I should have told you to begin. If for some reason I do get kicked off, I probably will not be able to get back because of the weather, but just bear with me and hopefully not. If not, I will go and redo it and we'll post it up there. But anyway, that's what I'm going to say. What is the success route? It's not the easy way. Short term, it's the easy way. Long term, I should have put that in there, but I didn't. Long term, it is the easy way, but when you first start, no, it's not. So let's keep going here. So where do I find that success route? What can I tell you? It's right in front of me. I got it right in front of me. It's right in front of you. It's in plain sight. Where do I find? And believe me, and I'm sure, of course, I want to tout my own course, believe me, but there's all kind of other courses out there, private label courses that are good. And so that might be right in front of you. You might be, and let me tell you right now, if you've already signed up for another course and you're working that course and you're in the middle of it, you need to get off this hangout, because I don't want to put you stuff that's going to cause you to fail, and that's what's going to happen. If you try to do some of my stuff with some of your teacher's stuff, it's not going to work. So please, for honest to get in, for your teacher's sake, just click me off right now, and we'll still be friends, and I'll be here 90 days after you fit, and you can come up in 90 days. You can click on this and pick up right where you left, and it'll tell you why. Because in 90 days, there's some neat stuff coming for you. But right now, if you're on somebody else's course, you need to leave this hangout, because I'm probably only going to just confuse you and probably give you some ideas that you might think are really great, and then you try them and they won't fix with the plan that your teachers already think. So do yourself a favor and leave. I hate to see that, but I don't want you to be hurt. All right. So where do I find that success spot? Right in front of you, in plain sight. What must I do to be successful? Excuse me, I have to drink. So if you want to be successful, and this is not only be with private label, with my course, or anything else you want to be. If you want to if you want to be an accountant, for God's sakes, find a course or a college that teaches you how to become an accountant, and stick to it. Commit to the plan. This is not brain science right here, brain surgery or anything like this. This is just plain old common sense. But the problem is, most people don't take advantage of the common sense. They go all over the place. So what must I do to be successful? Follow the plan exactly. A, B, C through Z, or however many modules your course has got, or the program has got. Follow them religiously. They're in that order for a reason. So, and what must I do to be successful? No shortcuts. No barking dogs. See, there's that barking dog down there. I did a whole hangout on barking dogs 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. If you're not quite sure on that, we're going to explain a little bit. But if you're not sure what a barking dog is, it's privatelabelselling.com. Over on the right gives you a list of every hangout that we've done with the last 10 or something like that. And then we're in the process of making it for the whole year. But the barking dogs is still listed right up there. The last 10 weeks are, and we're in the process of doing the thing for the whole year. So you can go over there and watch all this stuff. There's no charge, and you'll just all kind of free information. And like I say, no charge, no shortcuts, no barking dogs. So let's go on. Why is the success route so hard to follow? Too many barking dogs. That's what we just said. So what is a barking dog? It's the latest and greatest new idea. Barking dog, one more time. It's the latest and greatest new idea that they're touting. And it might be the latest and greatest new idea. It might be better than chopped chicken liver. We're going to get into that. But what it is, if you're in the middle of a course or you're taking a course, you need to stay on that course and come back to that market and come back. Let's go on. Too many barking dogs. They may be the best thing since chopped chicken liver, but they won't be harmonious. Boy, I hope I spelled that right. I think it's harmonious with your success route. If you're on this route and you got your thing and you're going down that route and you're doing it, and here comes this guy with the latest barking dog, the best thing since chopped chicken, and it might be good. I'm not saying it isn't, But the thing of it is, it's not going to correspond. It's not going to sync with the course that you're on, because they're not made that way, folks. So what you do is you do that. They'll ruin your concentration on the success plan, and worst of all, lead you off the success path. And that's one of the worst things that can happen, because when they do that, sometimes it'll take you 3 to 4 weeks to get back on the success path after you once figured out that this greatest thing is not going to work with the way you're doing. So to get back, so you lost a month, 6 weeks. It's not worth it, folks. If that thing is so good, bookmark it. Right here next, if they're as great as they say, they will still be great 90 days from now. And the reason I put 90 is because usually 90 days is the average person it takes them to go through the course, takes them to get their product to Amazon, gets them going, gets Amazon selling them checks and everything like that. So it'll still be great from them. So then file them away. You don't have to throw them out or anything else. I'm not saying they're bad, but I'm saying they're bad to you right now. You need to stay on the route till you get your into the success right. File them away. All right. Do I really need to wear blinders? You know what blinders are? There's a picture down there. Blinders are what horses wear, and they put it so the horses won't meander out. Look at that cute looking little horse over there or anything like that. They won't look. They'll just keep their eye on the road, and the driver will be able to guide them and keep them on there, and they won't veer to the right or to the left. Yes. Do I really need to wear blinders? When you're going through the course, and if you really want to learn Amazon private label, whether it's my course or I don't care who else's, like I say, do you really need to wear blinders? Yes, because you can't afford to go off. You're just going to get sidetracked. You're going to get goofed up, and you're going to get messed up, and it's going to be hard to get back on. Blinders keep you on track, and that's what they're for. You can see in the picture down there, you can't see to the right and you can't see to the left. When a horse is going down that the racetrack, and the jockey or the driver back behind for harness racing, and that is behind there, they don't want you looking to the right or the left. They want to keep you on that track and keep you going. He'll take care of all that. So blinders keep you on track. Blinders also protect your success. Why do they protect yourself? Because they keep you from going to the right, to the left, and getting you off track, which, like I say, costs you anywhere from a month to 6 weeks to realize that it's not going to work out that way, and you need to be back on the track. If you ever get back on the track, a lot of people get off the track, get off there because they see this other late great, and then it doesn't work, and then they give up on everything and forget about it. And that's nonsense, folks. You paid good money. You paid good money for my course or anybody else's. You want to stay on there. You want to learn that course and stay on that course till you've got that mastered, and then you can do what you want. So blinders are your friend. Yes, blinders are your friend. They're going to help you. They're going to keep you on that track, going to keep you on the straight and narrow. And yes, blinders are your friend. And then last but not least, blinders make you money. Because I'm going to tell you, they keep you off from going off that track, and that 6 weeks. 6 weeks cost you so much money in time and everything else you've done, and also in your not mental makeup and that, because when you go off that tangent and you start failing and everything like that, like I say, so many people give up at that point because they say, well, that course doesn't work and this doesn't work and everything, and they blame it on the course. But it's not, because you went off and tried to do your own thing on the because of the latest and greatest. So what can I say? Do you really need to wear blinders? Yes. Now, I'm not I'm not here to tell you what to do. You've got to decide what you want to do. You can go through all this and do what you want, but I'm just trying to tell you what's going to work best, what's going to get there the faster, and everything else. So do you really need to wear blinders? Yes. Success is completing your success path. Here, private label master. See, there you are. You stayed on the path. You finished the course. And then, you get your diploma, you're out there, you're doing good. Amazon sends you or depositing money into your account every 2 weeks. Your wife or your husband, whoever your significant other or whatever, they're smiling, beaming from ear to ear because that money's coming in, and you're doing good. So that's what success is completing your success path, learning it, being a master of the course you took, whether it's mine or anybody else's. Become a master of that course. That's what success is, completing your success path. Private label master. So Then, and only then, take your blinders off. See, after you've learned, say, I'm going to go to my course here, and after you've learned my course, you learn how to do it. Like I say, Amazon's depositing money in your account every 2 weeks. Everybody's happy. You know what you're doing. Then take your blinders off, because I'm not saying I know everything. Guys, don't I wish I would, but I don't. So take your blinders off, and then you can look at that latest and greatest that you bookmarked or something like that, and it might make sense, because you're going to know enough at this time. You know what works, and you're going to know what doesn't work. So then you're going to, and you can take a look at that and see if there is a way, if you think it's worthwhile, is there a way you can fit it into your system? Because you're going to take my system and you're going to make it your system. That's what success is. It's not staying steady, because can you improve on my course? Sure you can. And you can make it your way. There's nothing wrong with it. That's what a course is all about. That's what a teacher is for, is to teach you, show you the way that works, and then you go out and do it and make your own plan, your own Amazon private label plan, and it's going to be yours. And then if you want to put some of this other stuff in that makes sense to you, makes sense to your plan, then that's the time to do it. Only after you've graduated, or after you've made your mark and got everything working good, then you know enough to know whether something's going to fit or whether it's not. So to me, that's what success, and that's what your Amazon private label plan is all about. So so I'm going to stop sharing right here, and we're going to go back to right here, and there I am. So what can I tell you? Good evening and welcome. Oh, let me turn the question and answers on over there if we got any. Yes, there they are. Like I say, if you didn't catch it here at the beginning, I see we got more more viewers on here. Up here in the right corner up there, right? Well, I can't even get it with my finger, but the right-hand corner of your screen, you're going to find a little 9-dot box, 3 by 3. And if you click that box, you're going to open it up, and I think it's the top one on the right is going to allow you to ask questions. So, I just see somebody popped up one. So somebody's found it. But anyway, it's right up there, and it's not hard to do. It's just a 9-dot box up in the right-hand corner. You click on it, and I think it's the farthest one. The top one on the right will bring you to the question and answer app, what do you want to call it, and you can ask questions. And so, okay, there's somebody at guys, and this is from Martin Weiss. Terry, ignore my email. I got into your hangout. Hey, that's good, because I didn't get your email. It must have been after I'm maybe started or something, because I didn't see it. What can I tell you? But anyway, thanks for letting me know, and I appreciate it. Martin is one heck of a good guy. I'm gonna tell you, he's gonna be a private label master. So, can I tell you? All right, get back to the thing that we're talking about tonight. Amazon private label success route. Say we're going to take questions. If you want to ask any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. It doesn't have to be on that subject. It has to be on the subject private label. I don't know a lot about anything. My wife says I don't know very much at all. So anyway, that's all right. It's okay. But what I'm saying is I'll be glad to answer any questions on private label or the success route or anything else. Or if you want to ask me questions about my course, sure, I'd be glad to. And just a little thing, if it's Amazon private labels, or not Amazon, privatelabelselling.com, you're going to find information about the course. You're going to find information about every hangout that I've ever done. They're all ever dude. Wow, I'm in bad shape today. Ever done. They're all over there. They're listed. Doesn't cost you anything to watch them. You can go over there. You can also go to the YouTube channel. They're up there. They're all listed up there. So go ahead, because there's a lot of good knowledge in there. A lot of good knowledge you can follow, take advantage of, and that's what they're for. You know, we're here to help you out, especially Martin and those people in the class, why I'm here to help you, and we're dedicated to your success, because you're going to take the part that I teach you and you're going to make that into your own success pattern, and that's what the success route is all about. So one more time, there is time up there. I mean, up in the corner. Click on that, and you can ask questions. Be glad to answer any questions. Excuse me just a minute. All right. I see. Well, I don't know. I wonder if we have, because like I say, we're having a storm down here in Florida. Don Schaefer, I thought he was going to join me tonight, but he's on the other coast, and I don't know who's getting it worse this time. I think it's going right straight up the other, but one of the other, and he's not on. And I talked to him earlier, and he was going to be, so I don't know. But anyway, I sent him a link to the course. If anybody would like to come on and join me and ask questions, why, I'd be glad to send you a link if I know who you are. And anyway, welcome. Give me that crop scare or stare as they were talking about it today. Did you watch the debate last night? I thought it was good. Carly Fiorina did good. You know, I think there's a bunch of good guys on there, and what can I tell you? Anyway, not going to get into politics tonight. You don't want to know my opinion. Anyway, be glad to answer questions. Just waiting for somebody to quit. Oh, we got a question. Martin, thank you. Maybe this, wait, let me bring it up so everybody can see it. Maybe this would be a good question. What would you recommend doing the first day your private label product is available on Amazon for reviews? First thing I would do is I would go on a forum or an Amazon forum that I'm a member of, or just it could be a golfing forum or anything else if you are, and I would put a little plug in there and say, hey guys, my friends, just because you're special, I would like to introduce you to my new product on Amazon. It's the best thing since chopped chicken liver. And what I'd like to do for you in return, if you would just give me, I would like to get it notified. So I really need some reviews on there. So if you would give me a review, I will let you have the thing for $2. You know, and so give them a coupon code, or you can, if you don't want to, well, you can, because you can set the coupon code up with Amazon. You can set it for as many places. If you only want to sell 50 products at that price, you put it in the first 50 that get on there, click on that, get it. The rest don't, and just explain that thing, whatever you do. But that's what I do my first day. I would promote the heck out of it. We've got some new stuff coming in the course, which I don't have the modules up yet because I'm working on them, but we're going to have some new ways that are going to be absolutely fantastic. We're trying on a few products but so far everything looks great, and I would be working on those. But those I would actually, most of that stuff you can't. You can do between the time. See, there's a lull between the time you get the thing ordered, you've got everything going, then that's the time you work on your promotions and everything before the product get there. So when that product comes, when that first day comes, I would probably have all my promotions ready and get them going and get them all going. What difference does it make if it's the first day? It'll impress Amazon. Amazon, if you get up there and sell 100 of your products the first day, they're going to look at that. They're going to say, hey man, that guy is all right. Let's give that a little extra love, and they'll maybe, you know, because that's what it's all about. Amazon, as I said almost every week on this, Amazon has only one thing they want, and that is they want their customer to have the best possible buying circumstance that can be. And they want that. That's what they want. And that's what they're going to, when their customers give you a good review, Amazon sets up and takes notice of that. Believe me, they do. And as those reviews grow and those reviews grow and reviews go, you're going to get more love from Amazon. They're going to show your product that much more and everything. So finally, when it gets down and when you've got the most reviews and somebody punches your keyword into Amazon, who do you think they're going to show? They're going to show the person or the product that's given it's got the best reviews and selling the best. That's what they want, and that's what you want. So what would I do my first day? I would promote, promote, promote. I think if I remember right, there is a hangout on that, but I think there's also a course module on that. So, but that's what I do. And because there's some other ways that I tell you, but I don't want to do it on this hangout here because I've got some of those ways saved for the course members, and that's what they're paying me good money for, and I'll be glad to show them inside the course. So anyway, that's a neat question, Martin, and I thank you for that. And by the way, what you should do, when the first day you get it, you need to be up there doing your little Martin Happy dance or whatever you call it, like they say it, it's important, man. Do it. Do a happy dance, because that you've worked so hard and you've gone through obstacles and everything else. And man, that day your first product gets to Amazon and starts selling, that is a day of rejoicing. That's the day to, like I say, do your happy dance. Do whatever it takes. Take your significant other, spouse, and everything out to eat or do something, but relax. Have a good time, enjoy life. That's what it's all about. What can I tell you? Life is too short to be uptight. Relax, have a good time, and what can I tell you? Come on here and you can talk with me. What can I tell you? Anyway, thank you, Martin. That is an excellent cue. But that's what I do because promoting is probably, I don't know how much of this business. One of the easiest things to do, and I probably get more questions on this, and I think it's the easiest thing to do is to go over to Amazon and pick out a product to sell. I did some today for one of the course members, a neat lady, and she's having trouble with the computer and all that. So I went over and got some, and I think it took me 15 minutes, and I found 10, 12. I don't know if I got in the right niches or anything like that, but what I'm saying, it's not that easy. I mean, that's not that hard to do. Picking a product to sell is probably the easiest one. Finding a source for that product is a lot harder than picking it, because you want to find a good source and an honest and a reliable source. So what can I tell you? And then promoting, that promoting that back end, I'm telling you, we're starting to emphasize that more and more in the coach, because as Amazon, as you can tell out there, there's a lot of courses that have come out in the last year, less than a year. There's a lot of affiliate I was going to say nonsense, and I guess I will. There's a lot of affiliate courses out there that aren't worth the paper that they're built on. They're only $5, $6 or something like that. They've got that progressive scale or where they want. You might even get a $9 one or something like that. But I'm telling you, they're not worth the paper they're printed on, because let me tell you something. If it looks too good, if it smells too good, and if it tastes too good, it probably isn't any good. And that's just common sense. Your heart will tell you that. So don't be listening to that garbage. 100,000 in the first 30 days. Give me a break. Sure, if you had maybe 200,000-300,000 to invest and you didn't care what you did, and you just want to put it in, you could probably do that, and you could probably do that, and you could probably make that much. But you wouldn't make that much money, and your products would probably be garbage, and your customers would be mad at you, and your customers would never buy from you again. So why would you want to do this? What can I tell you? So don't listen to that garbage. It's plain common sense, and your own. I know the people that listen to me out there are smart. I'm going to tell you that right now. And I know you can smell a phony a mile away. It's just that simple. And like I say, if it looks too good, tastes too good, smells too good, it probably is not good enough. Not very good. So what can I tell you? I don't know how else to explain it. And how did I get off on that? I'm talking to Martin, so much to do with the first day. And like I say, promote and do a happy dance. What can I tell you? So how about, do we have some more questions now? We've got time. Gosh, it's early tonight. It's only 8:37 here according to my clock. And so we've got time here. If some more questions, why, I'd appreciate it. If not, why, you know, we will hang, you know, cut the hangout short or something like that. Like I say, we've got a heck of a storm going on down here in Florida. It woke me up at 4 o'clock this morning. I thought the whole house was going to be floating away or something like that. It came down, and it's been coming down almost all day. And yesterday was the same way. We had it like that. So it's wet down here, but what can I tell you? That's life in paradise. Paradise sometimes has bad weather. But I'm going to tell you one. This year has probably, I've been down in South Florida for 38 years. Love this area. Would never want to go back north. But the weather this year has been lousy. I don't know what it's about, but that's not about private label. That's just a tip on South Florida, you know. And from what I hear, the other places where some of my kids live up in Illinois, live in I got some in Tallahassee, which that's still in Florida, but it's almost another state. It's so far up there, and it's a beautiful country up there, Tallahassee. But it's sure not like South Florida where I live. I'm here with the palm trees and everything, and I just live right outside of West Palm Beach. I live in Hobe Sound, which is right next to it's well, there's West Palm Beach, Jupiter, Hobe Sound. That's where I live. And next town is Stewart. I'm only a mile from the Stewart border. So what can I tell you? This is what I call paradise. It is, I love it. I love it. Like I say, I've been here 38 years, but this year has really been lousy. And so what can I say? See, we don't have any more questions, guys. Gotta have some more questions. You don't want to see me sitting here just talking for the heck of it. And if I got up and did a happy dance, I could do that, but don't really know if you want me to do that. And I see my hair is sticking up here. Anyway, do we have any more questions, guys? Do we have any more questions? If not, why, I think I'm going to sign up. It's 8:38, almost 8:40. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything, but just to be standing up here talking, I don't want to do that. I wish there were, well, there is quite a few people on the call tonight, so I thank you for that and everything, but we don't have any more questions, and I don't think this week, hold on, let me check one thing. I do not think that there was anything outstanding that came from Google that I need to go over with you. Wait. Well, just if go on real quick here, just remind you, if you're new, and if you're thinking about selling toys and games by Q4, you might, well, you've only got to get your, you know, if you're new and you're going to sell toys and games in Q4, your first sale on Amazon must occur prior to September 18th. And that is, well, that's tomorrow. So if you don't have any products in, if you don't have any toys in, you're not going to sell toys on Amazon this year. I mean, that's just what Amazon does this every year. They get more stricter every year because I'll tell you what, right now, I don't know if you know it, but Amazon is getting stricter. They're tightening the rules, and I don't blame them because of all the courses going on, because of all the I see the question. I'll be in a minute, but in all the because of all the courses and everything like that, there's a lot of people that are selling on Amazon private label because of it, and it's really a shame because a lot of people don't listen to a course like this. They put in garbage products, and Amazon is slowly tightening the screws because Amazon does not want those garbage products any more than the customers do, because they go in. Amazon has tightened up the rules on the long-term storage fee. So if you send a garbage product in there and if it doesn't sell within 6 months, you're going to be paying storage fees, and sometimes those storage fees can be pretty high. I got a letter from somebody yesterday, day before, storage fees, $1 a product, and he had 1,500 products in there. So it makes you think, And that's what Amazon's doing. They're I don't know how to explain it, but all they can do is tighten the qualifications, and get those ones, the people that really want to do this business and really follow a course like mine or one of the others, and are sending in good products, making those products better, putting love letters and things, they're going to come out all right. They're going to come out smelling like a rose. But the people that are in there that are not, just trying to throw something together, throw it into Amazon, and on a wish and a prayer, hope it's going to sell. And most of the time it doesn't. It just sits in the Amazon warehouses and takes up space. That's a bunch of nonsense. And Amazon's going to do everything they possibly can to get rid of you. I tell you that right now. The game is over. The days of just throwing stuff in and into Amazon. And believe me, when it first started years ago, you could do it. Up until 4 or 5 years ago, you could do it. And you could make a heck of a living doing it. But it ain't going to happen anymore, folks. It ain't going to happen. You're going to have to follow the rules on Amazon. You're going to have to make sure your products are good. And that's what the best thing is, because, man, that's something that's going to brand you for your life. If you sell a product, if you sell a product that's a bunch of garbage, it's going to get branded with your name. And is that what you want? Is that what you want? I don't think you do. At least I sure hope you don't. Because Amazon's going to find a way to get rid of you. All right. I see we've got another question over here, and it's Martin. Hey, Martin, thank you. I have one more. Hold, let me get it right here. Let's bring it up. Get rid of this one. And then we're going to get this one. All right. I have one more. To rank for keywords, do you have to get a buyer to search for it before buying your product? What? Let me, one more time. I have one more. To rank for keywords, do you have to get a buyer to search for it before buying your product? Yes, it helps. Definitely helps. Usually when I do a promotion or something like that, I don't give them a link to the product. I tell them the product's name and something like that. I tell them the category it's in and that, and ask them to go find it. It just helps, especially if you're on a forum of Amazon sellers and everything else. They know that. So for guys' sakes, just put it in there and make it. You don't make it hard. You want them to find it. That's for guys' sake, because you want to get up there. But if you can lead them on a path, like I say, tell them the category, tell them whatever you can, and have them go, so they click a couple times to go find it. Excellent. Makes it better. And Amazon's going to follow, because Amazon follows that progression. What can I say? Yes. I have one more. To rank for keywords, do you have to get a buyer to search for it before buying your product? Yes, it helps. It helps. How much it helps, I don't know. I don't know as much as I'd like to know what kind of search criteria Amazon puts on it. It would be great, but they don't tell me. I don't think they ever will, and I probably don't blame them, because it'd be just like they are out there with Google. Google made such a mess and started everything, and now they want to try and straighten everything out. And so, well, that's another story, and we won't get onto that. But yeah, have them search and find your product and then buy it. That definitely helps. Definitely helps. Like I say, I personally would not give them a link to the product. I would give them the category and everything else that's in, tell them the product name and all that, and describe it, and let them go for that. And tell them Tell them why you want them to find it. So it helps in your rankings. And they'll understand that, especially, like I say, if you go to a forum with Amazon sellers on it, yeah, they'll know and they're going to help you. So. All right, folks. Like I say, that was the only thing I really got this week was this, and I read this 2 or 3 weeks ago. I read it too, because when they first came out. But like I say, if you don't have a product in Amazon selling now, prior to September 18th, you got to have one sale, your first sale, and it does not need to be specific to toys and games. But if you don't have it in, then you're not going to sell toys in Q4 this year. It's just that simple. Why? Because toys fly off the shelf. I think I've gave you an example of a couple years ago. I bought some games, good games, high ranked games. I bought them in January, early February, sent them into Amazon, and I think I sold just a few up until Q4. And beside that was a special buy, and there was 6 or 7 of us other sellers. We all had the same amount. We all sent them in. We were all sharing the same buybacks, and that's for something else, and that's for wholesale. And I sold 200 and I don't remember him. I had it written down as I was telling you the other day, but I had I think like 270 of them in just that Q4 space. And believe me, like I say, there were 6 or 7 of us. So those 6 or 7 others, because we were all the same price, they all sold the whole thing too. So that's what the difference is between a regular month and Q4, and when it comes to toys and games. And that's the way one of the reasons Amazon sets that up there, because they don't want everybody, they don't want a bunch of garbage in there. They don't want people that don't know what they're doing about. They want you to be successful, and they want their customers to have a success. So that's what it's all about. Amazon is very protected. They've got other things like you must process and ship at least 25 orders prior to September 18th. Yes. So like I say, if you haven't done any of this stuff by then, forget about it. Your pre-fulfillment cancel rate for the must be no greater than 1.75. Well, if you're not going to have a cancel rate that high if you do it like we teach in the course, because it's just that when you're putting in a quality product, you don't have to worry about that. That's to get rid of unscrupulous sellers, that cancel rate and all that stuff. And they get stuff for the people that are selling FBM, which is fulfilled by merchant, where Amazon sells the product, sends you a email and say, hey, Terry, we sold this product to yours. You need to ship it out in the next day or so. And so you ship it out and all that. But believe me, that's not the way to do it. That's not the way to do it. There's sometimes you might have to use that FBA, but I would really sit down and talk to you before you did, because I say I don't want to get into it now. It's not something for this, but yeah, that's what it is. So like I say, it's deadlines tomorrow. If you're not in there, then you're not going to sell toys and games. That doesn't mean you can't. Other stuff flies off the shelf just as well during the Christmas season, the Q4. So and that's what you want. Don't worry about that. Home goods, Christmas goods, cutting boards. I sell some cutting boards. Fly off, fly, because they're gifts. But what can I tell you? So anyway, Martin says, wow, I got to pull this up. Martin, you're all right. Martin says, thank you, Terry. And Martin, I say thank you for giving me the questions, because everybody's bashful tonight. So what can I tell you? Martin, I thank you for being on the show. I thank you other people that are on the show. I really appreciate you watching, that. And any way I can help you out, I'll be glad to help you out. Dolly, I don't know if you're on there. If you are, well, talk to you later. Some of the other Dolly's a new member of the course, and she's doing great. She's been having some computer troubles and everything like that, and I'm telling you, this girl is going to set records, because she's determined. So what can I tell you? Hope to see you all. I'm going to close off now and tell you I appreciate you. I thank each and every one of you. So I'm going to stop the broadcast right now,